What if I told you that one tiny mistake you're making with your cat's litter box could be causing them stress, leading to messy accidents, or even hurting their health? And here's the kicker. These are mistakes even experienced cat owners make all the time without realizing it. Did you know that something as simple as the type of litter you choose, the placement of the box, or even how often you clean it, can completely change how your cat feels about using it? Cats are incredibly particular, and their litter box habits can tell you a lot about how happy and comfortable they really are. But don't worry, most of these mistakes are easy to avoid once you know what to look for. In this video, I'm going to reveal the biggest litter box mistakes cat owners make and how you can fix them today. Whether you're a brand new cat parent or you've had cats your whole life, these tips will help you create a litter box setup that makes your cat feel happy, stress-free, and cared for. By the end of this video, you'll know how to avoid the common litter box pitfalls that lead to accidents or behavioral problems. Keep your cat's environment clean, healthy, and inviting. Build a stronger bond with your furry friend by understanding their needs better. And trust me, your cat will thank you for it in their own adorable way. So don't miss out on these game-changing tips. Stick around, because once you hear these, you'll never look at your cat's litter box the same way again. Let's dive in and make your cat's life better, starting right now. Felines are captivating animals, and as their overseers, it's our obligation to guarantee their current circumstance is as agreeable and calm as could really be expected. One critical part of their prosperity spins around the litter box, a straightforward yet essential piece of their day-to-day routines. Sadly, many feline proprietors unconsciously commit normal errors that can prompt uneasiness or social issues. In this video, I'll direct you through 12 of the most well-known litter box mix-ups and how to stay away from them, guaranteeing a more joyful, better life for your shaggy companion. 1. Utilizing a little litter box. With regards to litter boxes, size matters, much more than many feline proprietors understand. Picking a more modest litter box is in many cases driven by the need to save space, particularly in conservative living conditions. Makers take care of this interest by delivering smooth, minimized plans. While these may appear to be advantageous for people, they can be awkward for your cat-like companion. A litter box that is too little restricts your feline's capacity to move, turn, and play out their normal ways of behaving, like digging and covering their waist. Over the long run, this distress can prompt litter box revolting, making your feline stay away from it out and out. The arrangement is straightforward. Pull out all the stops. A litter box ought to preferably be 1 to 1.5 times the length of your feline's body, permitting them to move around openly. A bigger box guarantees solace as well as supports legitimate cleanliness propensities. Keep in mind, a cheerful feline is one that feels calm in their current circumstance, and a roomy litter box is a critical piece of that situation. 2. Picking a litter box with troublesome access. Covered or encased litter boxes could look clean and interesting to us, yet for felines they can be a wellspring of tension. Felines are helpless while utilizing the litter box, and their impulses drive them to look for a protected, open space where they can see their environmental elements. Shut plans, while sleek, block their view and cause them to feel caught. This can prompt pressure, faltering, and even litter box evasion, a baffling issue for both you and your feline. All things being equal, settle on an open litter box. These give your feline a conviction that all is good and permit them to feel in charge of their current circumstance. Perceivability is critical, particularly briefly as delicate as restroom time. By focusing on their solace and security over style, you can establish a climate where they feel loose and certain. 3. Choosing a case with high sides. High-sided litter boxes are in many cases decided to keep litter contained and limit wreck. However, they can present difficulties for your feline. Moving over tall sides can be particularly hard for little cats, more seasoned felines, or those with portability issues. A crate that is difficult to access can deter your feline from utilizing it. prompting mishaps around the house. Furthermore, the work expected to enter and exit might cause distress, especially for senior felines with joint issues. To address this, search for a litter box with one lower wall. These plans permit simple passage while as yet keeping the litter contained. They're broadly accessible and find some kind of harmony among usefulness and solace. Giving an open box guarantees that your feline can utilize it easily, no matter what their age or state of being. 4. Putting the case close to food or water. Envision eating your feasts in a similar room as your restroom. Terrible, isn't that so? Felines feel the same way. Setting the litter box near their food and water bowls is a typical mix-up, particularly in more modest condos where space is restricted. Felines have areas of strength for annubulation, and the nearness of their washroom to their eating region can prompt pressure, decreased hunger, and even evasion of their litter box. The arrangement? Keep the litter enclose a different area, away from their food and water. Indeed, even in restricted spaces, it merits focusing on this division for your feline's solace. By coordinating your home in light of their impulses, you'll establish a more amicable climate for your fuzzy friend. 5. Situating the litter box in boisterous or occupied regions. Felines are normally wary creatures, and they esteem calm, confidential spaces for their restroom needs. Setting the litter confine a loud or high-traffic region, like a passage, close to machines, or near an entryway, can cause your feline to feel uncomfortable. Noisy sounds, for example those from a clothes washer or dryer, can be particularly upsetting during such a weak second. Pick a quiet, calm place where your feline can have a good sense of safety. Corners function admirably on the grounds that they offer a feeling of nook and protection without restricting perceivability. By giving a quiet climate, you'll make the litter box a spot your feline feels happy with utilizing, diminishing the gamble of mishaps or conduct issues. 6. Utilizing awkward litter. Not everything feline litter is made equivalent. A few kinds, similar to silica-based litter with sharp-edged grains, can be unforgiving on your feline's delicate paws. Albeit these choices might appear to be compelling for controlling smell or bunching, they can cause inconvenience for your shaggy companion, deterring them from utilizing the crate by and large. To guarantee your feline's solace, test the litter by squeezing your hand into it. Assuming it feels sharp or awkward to you, it's possible the equivalent for your feline. Settle on a gentler, more paw-accommodating litter that addresses their issues. A little change in litter type can have a major effect in their day-to-day solace and, by and large, litter box insight. 7. Utilizing scented litter. Scented litter could speak to us, since it veils smells. However, for felines, it's a tactile bad dream. With their profoundly evolved feeling of smell, the counterfeit aromas in scented litter can be overpowering and disconcerting. Lavender, citrus, and other solid aromas could smell wonderful to you. However, for your feline, they establish an unpleasant climate. Stick to unscented litter. It permits your feline to keep up with their regular fragrance markings, which give them a feeling of safety. Moreover, unscented litter energizes predictable utilization of the container, assisting with forestalling mishaps and keep up with agreement in your home. 8. Not giving sufficient litter boxes. On the off chance that you live with various felines, a solitary litter box basically won't cut it. Felines are regional animals, and having just a single box can prompt debates or evasion. The overall guideline of thumb is one box for each feline in addition to an additional one. This guarantees that each feline approaches a perfect, agreeable space, regardless of whether one box turns out to be briefly unusable. By giving sufficient litter boxes, you limit struggle and establish a more agreeable climate. This is particularly significant in multi-feline families where elements can move. An additional crate could appear to be a bother, yet it's worth it for your feline's bliss and prosperity. 9. Adding excessively or too little litter. Finding the perfect proportion of litter is fundamental for your feline's solace. Too little litter makes it challenging for them to cover their waist, while an excessive amount of unconsciousness can feel overpowering and unsteady under their paws. The two situations can prompt disappointment and aversion. When in doubt, hold back nothing 7 centimeters, 2 to 3 inches, of litter. This profundity permits your feline to dig and cover their waste actually, without feeling awkward. Focus on their way of behaving and change on a case-by-case basis to guarantee their fulfillment. 10. Fixing the case with plastic sacks. While fixing the litter box with a plastic sack could appear to be a helpful cleanup strategy, it's not great for your feline. As they dig, their hooks can get on the plastic, causing tears and making pressure. This disappoints your feline as well as nullifies the point of the liner. 11. Failing to adjust the container for maturing felines. As felines age, their actual capacities change. High-sided boxes that were once simple to access might become trying for more established felines with portability issues. Furthermore, maturing felines frequently have different cleanliness needs, requiring more continuous litter changes to guarantee neatness and solace. Consider changing to a litter box with a lower access to make access simpler for your senior feline. Routinely notice their way of behaving and change the arrangement on a case-by-case basis to oblige their evolving needs. A tiny amount of exertion can make a huge difference in guaranteeing your maturing feline's prosperity. 12. Preparing your feline to utilize the latrine. While it's feasible to prepare a feline to utilize a latrine, it's not suggested. This training conflicts with their regular impulses to dig and cover their waste, and it keeps you from observing their well-being through their stool. Furthermore, leaving the latrine top open consistently can present dangers for your feline. Adhere to a very much kept up with litter box, which lines up with your feline's impulses and gives a protected, sterile space. It's the most effective way to address their issues while keeping them agreeable and blissful. Understanding your feline's way of behaving and inclinations is vital to guaranteeing their satisfaction and well-being. By staying away from these normal errors, you can make a litter box arrangement that really takes care of their requirements. Assuming you partook in this video and found the tips supportive, remember to buy into the channel, similar to the video, and turn on notices. For additional experiences into the intriguing universe of felines, click on the screen to watch my video around 10 things your feline accomplishes for you that you presumably didn't have the foggiest idea. How about we keep investigating the mind-boggling bond we share with these astonishing creatures?